Hi everyone, my name is Laura and I am a climber and yoga teacher, and this is Yoga for Climbers. Welcome along. Thank you for being here. I really hope you enjoyed today's class, and as always I love to hear from you, so do get in touch if you have any thoughts, comments or requests. I love to cater to what you'd like, and if you do enjoy this class, please do subscribe because it means a lot to me and it means I'll keep producing more of these videos for you guys. Thank you for watching and have fun. Namaste. This is a short one and it's just going to help you feel a bit looser in the shoulders and the lats. So without further ado, we'll start on our backs. So just come down into a comfortable position, maybe keep your knees up or stretch them out long, however you feel, and just rolling your shoulders underneath you, gently bringing your eyes to a close, drawing your attention inwards, just allowing a moment here to settle into the mat and into your practice today. Beginning to observe how you feel in the body, just noticing any sore bits or stiff bits, and then maybe noticing what's going on in the mind. Again, playing the role of the observer, just noticing, and then drawing your attention to your breath. Beginning to breathe a little bit deeper, drawing those inhalations into the depths of your lungs using your diaphragm, and exhaling, releasing. Being really conscious here where you're breathing from, so trying not to lift the shoulders as you inhale up towards the ears, instead trying to send that breath into the tummy. You can bring your hands onto your tummy if that helps you. Breathing in, filling the lungs, feeling them expand, and exhaling, breathing out. And again, inhaling nice and deep, being aware of those shoulders, keeping them away from the ears, and exhaling, just releasing. Just a couple more breaths like this, drawing that attention to the lower part of the lungs, the ribs, thinking about an expansion outwards as we breathe in, and an exhalation, release as we breathe out. One of the biggest things that can aggravate tension in the shoulders is if we breathe in the chest and use our shoulders to help our breathing. So establishing a breath that fills the lungs all the way to the bottom and out into the rib cage really helps to release tension in the head and shoulder area. Just one more breath like this, and on your next exhalation, sighing out, just making some noise. And just bringing your awareness back into the room, blinking your eyes open. We're going to roll over onto our left side, bring our hands together, keep the knees bent, or bend them if they're not already, and then as we inhale we're just going to sweep that right arm all the way up and over behind us. Inhale it back and exhale it over. We'll do this 3 times. Ooh. Inhaling back and exhaling over. Doesn't matter how far over you get. And then we'll move to drawing a circle. So we're reaching the arm all the way around behind us as we inhale, exhaling over our legs and back to meet the left hand. One more time. Inhaling all the way over and exhaling, bringing it back. We'll switch all the way over to the other side now. So rolling all the way over onto your right side. And again, sweeping that left hand up and over as we inhale, maybe following it with your gaze. Exhaling, returning. Inhaling back over. Exhaling, returning. Once more, inhaling up and over, and exhaling back again. We'll draw some of those big circles again, so reaching up as we inhale all the way out behind us and exhaling back over the legs to meet the right hand. Once more, inhaling, see if you can expand the lungs, and exhaling, returning to the right hand. Coming back onto our backs now, we'll just bring the knees out to each side, bring the soles of the feet together. You can bring the soles of the feet a little bit further away from the pelvis if that feels better for you. So just listening to your body here. And then just generate some energy. Push the feet towards each other. Notice if that changes anything. Try and keep the core active so we're not arching the back, rooting down through all of the upper back, through the back of the head, the pelvis. Bring your arms out either side, wherever feels comfortable. As we exhale, we're going to squeeze the right side together and extend the left side. So squeeze as we exhale. Inhale back to centre. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale back to centre. We'll do that a few more times, so really squeeze. See if you can slow down the breath here and really draw the knee up towards the arm. Just one more time on both sides. And then coming back to centre, drawing the knees up towards the ceiling, hugging them in a moment and just rocking side to side, giving your back a little massage as we do. And then we're going to extend the legs out long, the arms out behind us, hopefully you've got space. Just stretch from the tip of the toes all the way up. So if you can draw the palms of the hands away from your body. So we're reaching, pointing the toes, full body stretch here. And then just lifting the arms slightly, lifting the legs, maybe lifting the head and neck. See if you can roll all the way over onto your front, doesn't matter which way you get, without using your hands if you can. Oh, I've rolled off the mat, so shuffle back onto the mat. And then we'll release the tops of the feet back down to the mat. We'll bring our hands either side of our chest. Draw the shoulder blades down your back and slightly towards each other. And then without pushing from your hands, so we're lifting with the back, you can push gently with the tops of the feet and the pelvis. We're going to inhale, draw the head and shoulders, or however far you get, off the mat. So really we could float these hands. You can in fact float these hands because we're not using our hands to push. We're lifting with the back and exhaling, releasing. Inhaling, lifting up, pausing here. See if you can scrape those shoulder blades a little bit further down your back, a little bit closer together. One more exhalation, release. Inhale once more, all the way up. And exhale, release. We'll tuck the toes now, and still keeping those shoulders pointing slightly upwards, we're going to push up and back into a downward facing dog. So inhale, tuck the toes, exhale, down and back, downward facing dog. In down dog, we want to keep our shoulders active and engaged. You can also come up onto your fists. I know as climbers we often find these flat palm poses quite a challenge, especially if we've had a hard session the day before. So do feel free to come up onto your fists, or if you've got blocks you can hold on to them. But what we want to think about here is don't worry about whether your legs are straight or not, you can keep them bent. We're trying to find a broadness across the shoulders, pushing the mat away from us with those hands. So we want to find a looseness in the neck, maybe shake out the neck here and just breathe for a moment. You can add some other movements in here, walking at the heels if that feels good for you, if you'd like a little hamstring stretch, but really concentrating on pushing those hands into the mat and maybe a slight sensation of trying to twist the fingers towards the outside edges, so we're really engaging those shoulders. And then one more deep breath in here, see if you can lift that tailbone a little higher. As we exhale, release down to the mat, untuck the toes and sink the tailbone back for a child's pose. Reach all the way forward. Take a deep breath in, find expansion in the back. And as you exhale, just releasing down onto the mat, or you can bring your hands underneath you if the mat feels a bit far away. On your next inhalation, we're going to roll forward to all fours. Planting the hands nice and firmly, again trying to find that dialing out sensation. We're going to reach through the crown of the head towards the front of the room. So we're engaging the core here, engaging the back body. And then from here, we're going to do some scapular push-ups. So as we inhale, we're going to push the mat away from us a little bit more. See if we can find a slight rounding in that upper back. Exhale, see if we can keep everything the same, but draw the shoulder blades towards each other on the back. Try not to sink through the belly, sink the body slowly down towards the mat. You won't get all the way. Inhale, push the mat away from you again, find some more space across the back of the body. And exhale, squeeze those shoulders down and back, away from your ears, and find a little bit of movement towards the mat. It's not a big movement here, we're inhaling, pushing away, and exhaling, coming down. You can take as many of these as you like. These are really good for us as climbers. So the more you practice, maybe the more movement you'll find. On your next inhalation, just coming back to a neutral position, so halfway between the two, or a little bit, yeah, roughly halfway. What we don't want is pushing or sinking, so we're nice and engaged. And then we'll take a couple of cat-cows. So inhaling, lifting the tailbone up, the head up, exhaling, rounding the back, pushing the mat away from us. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And you can freestyle a bit here, so if you want to add in some other movement, you can, maybe some figure of eights of the hips or something else. Just breathing nice and deeply wherever you are. And just take a couple more breaths here and then come back to a nice neutral position. From here, we're going to inhale, reach the right elbow up, really as if you're pulling. You can even bring a fist up. As you exhale, we're going to thread the needle. So send that right arm underneath the left, but we're going to hover it off the mat. So we're bringing some rotation into the upper back. Inhaling, reaching with that elbow. Exhaling, sending it under the left arm. One more like this. Inhaling up and exhaling underneath. On your next inhalation, we're going to send that elbow up. Then we're going to extend the right leg out behind us. Ooh, and reach the right arm up. Release the head so the left ear comes close to the left shoulder. If this feels a bit of a challenge, you can swing this leg out behind you. That's going to give you more stability. And then we're just going to reach here, pause here for a moment, see if we can find some length. On your next exhalation, we're going to sweep that hand down and round in front of us, even more length. Root through the outside edge of that back foot. One more deep breath in. And then as we exhale, we're going to sweep this right arm underneath the left again, all the way down onto the mat this time for a full thread the needle pose. And then just gently, if your neck feels good, if your shoulders feel good, you can gaze up towards the ceiling. Taking a full breath here. Your next inhalation, drawing that elbow up towards the sky again, and exhaling, releasing. Once more on the other side, or we'll do the same on the other side. So inhaling the left arm up, exhaling left arm and under right. We're staying off the mat. Inhaling up, exhaling underneath the right arm. Inhaling up. So we're really trying to keep that right shoulder nice and stable here. Exhaling underneath. One more inhalation up. This time extending that left leg long behind us. Reaching the left arm up. Releasing the right ear towards the right shoulder. Pausing here. Remember you can move that right foot off the mat if that feels better for you. And then as we exhale, we'll sweep that left arm down and round in front of us. So we get a slightly longer stretch on that left side body. Then we're going to exhale, sweep that left arm underneath the right arm, all the way down, thread the needle this time, and full thread the needle, and gaze up towards the ceiling. Pause here for a breath. On your next inhalation, sweeping that left elbow up towards the sky again, and releasing down to the mat. From here, we're going to walk the hands forward, keep the knees where they are, the feet where they are, and then we're going to sink down towards a puppy pose. So this can feel quite intense. So listen to your body, listen to what feels good for you. You can actually use a block or something underneath you to give you a bit of extra support and feedback, or a book or something. And what we're going to do is we're going to slowly walk the fingertips away, try and keep everything else the same, and gently draw our heart towards the mat. But this is quite a strong shoulder opener, so we want to be gentle with ourselves. If you find that you can stop here, that's great. You can bring a block underneath you to give you a bit of extra support if that feels good. Or you can just keep it nice and active. So we're drawing the heart down, pushing through the fingertips, finding a little bit of extra length. Maybe you can bring your forehead down to the mat. Maybe you can even bring your chin down to the mat. Breathing here, we're holding this for 3 breaths. So nice deep breath in, and exhale, soften. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, release. One more here. And exhale, release. On your next inhalation, using your tummy muscles to lift up, slowly walking the hands back and releasing all the way back into child's pose. So maybe bringing your legs nice and wide, forehead down to the mat, and sweeping your arms either side of your legs. Just releasing here. You can bring that block or book underneath your forehead if that feels more comfortable for you. Just working with your body here. Breathing nice and deeply. We're just going to pause here for a few breaths. See if we can find a rounding in that upper back. Nice space in the ribs as we breathe. One more deep breath here. And as we inhale, slowly rolling up to seated. I'm going to sweep the legs out in front of us, come down onto our backs. From here, we'll extend the left leg, draw the right knee in, squeeze the right knee in, release the right arm out to one side, and gently draw the right knee over the top. So it doesn't matter where it gets to here, you can support it with your hand. This just helps to release in the lower back as well as the shoulder. Inhaling, coming back to centre. Exhaling, switching the legs, drawing that left knee in, squeezing it in first, and then extending the left arm out and drawing it across your body. Breathing here for a moment. And inhaling, coming back to centre, drawing both knees in, maybe rocking side to side again like we did at the start. And then just releasing the feet into a Shavasana pose, so either with your knees up or you can extend the legs nice and long. Release the arms either side if you roll the shoulders underneath you. Soften the face and the neck and the shoulders. Close your eyes. Draw your attention to your breath again, and this time just allowing it to return to its natural rhythm, letting go of any control over it. Pausing here for a few moments, just allowing your whole body to soften. to one side, rolling over, slowly making your way up to a seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Bring our hands to heart centre, rub the palms together to generate some heat, placing them over our eyes, gently opening the eyes as we bring the hands back to heart centre. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope it's given your shoulders a little bit of a stretch out, a bit of relief, and your lats as well. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed that for more videos for climbers, and as always I'm open to requests, so you can drop me a comment or a message on Instagram at wildbirdyoga. Yeah, thanks for watching.